Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to part 17 of my series on an astonishing new discovery about the Arabic language. In this series, I'll be talking about a new Arabic dictionary and the pyramid of letters, which is Haramul Huruf. This is the pyramid of letters that I'm talking about. So uh, it's called Haramul Huruf. Notice Haramul Huruf, not with the Ha, but Ha, right? Haramul Huruf. Haram means a pyramid and Huruf means letters. So what I have discovered, as I have told you in my earlier videos, that the letters of the Arabic language have individual meaning, and these letters meaning are based on the shape of the letters. Now these letters can be conveniently classified into 7 groups, as I've shown here, this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 groups of letters, and it can be arranged as a pyramid. All right, so arrange it as a pyramid like this, which is very easy to understand all the vocabulary, and this is all you'll need ever to really understand the Arabic language. Now this shape-based classification of the Arabic letters is very interesting. As you can see in the first one, these 7 letters has this shape, the deeply upward pointing tail, deeply curved one. This one means a movement. So sin, shin, swad, dwad, qaf, lam, and noon. These 7 letters is characterized by this shape, and it will always mean a movement in some fashion. And then 6 letters, they do not have any hands or tails and do not join to the letter next to it. These are called one-ended letters, such as say uh, Rijlun or Rasun, where the leg or the head, which are one-ended, means one is attached, the other end is free. So all 6 letters will have an one-ended meaning. And then you have this return shape, which is present in these 5 letters: Jim, Dal, Jim, Ha, Kha, Ain, and Again. They have this return shape, and it joins. And so all of these 5 will have a inherent meaning of return. And then 4 letters have this fixed shape with these horizontal tails, the Ba, Ta, Sa, and Fa. These 4 letters will have a meaning of something fixed, something that does not move, as opposed to the movement shape of these 7 letters. And then 3 letters have very unusual tails at the end of the letter, Kaf, Mim, and Ya. This will have a meaning about some place or to deliver something, right? So something at a distance is a very consistent meaning with this letter Kaf. And then 2 letters, Twa, they are very good letters. They always mean something correct in case of Twa, and something incorrect in case of Twa, but in a good sense. All right. So, and then lastly, the Ha, which is the top of the pyramid, which rhymes with the Haram, the Ha, and the pyramid, right? Top of the pyramid, and is related to something you cannot see. It is difficult to see and complex. Pain and something like this is associated with the letter Ha. So if you can truly understand this pyramid, you will understand the Arabic language extremely well. And then I show you examples how to understand this easily, so that this is everything that you'll ever need to truly understand the Arabic language. All right, let's first take a look at these 7 letters: Sin, Shin, Swad, Zwad, Qaf, Lam, Nun. As I said, this one is present in the 7 letters, and this means a kind of movement. And of course, the fastest of the movement will be for the Sin, and the slowest would be the Nun. Nun would mean something relatively stable that does not move. And Sin is normal, and Shin with this 3 dot would means movement of something heavy. Swad would mean something coming out, and Dwad would mean something coming in or added. So Swad would means minus, and Dwad would means plus. And Qaf would means movement of 2 things together. And Lam means unit propagation, because Lam is nothing but this alif with the propagation or the movement sign. So unit propagation. Now let's see quickly a few examples. Say Sara and Yasiru. This means to move on, to move on, something that naturally moves on, like say water flows. So see, I've told you that the scene, letter scene, one meaning is like flowing water, something liquid, sailun, or Sara, as we'll soon see. So Sara means to move on, huh? To go along with the flow, huh? With a path that people have already gone, and to a certain measure, go somewhere. Huh? So Ra also means to go somewhere, and for a certain measure. This is the starting point of the going and the ending point. So it is a certain measure. And why a circle or a curved shape for going this? Because this means going on, say, something like planet Earth, which is a curved surface. Huh? So you go from one place on Earth to another place. This would mean moving on a curved surface, or a Sara, to move on. But Safara, this is the type 3 kind of verb. Huh? Safara yusafiru, to travel. And here you see the sin and ra is there already. So we know this has move and a certain measure. And then fa is the target. Fa is the object shape. So safara, to travel, means to go somewhere, to move on for a target that you have in mind. Something you want to do over there. Huh? A target, you have a specific target in your mind and you want to go there. Huh? To travel. Huh? So it's not just Sara means just move on without or irrespective of any goal or a target in mind. But Safara means to go there on a target. And then this alif, which is added, it makes certain distinctions. First of all, this alif makes it the type 3 verb, So in the Muzaria or the present tense, it will be you, huh? Not ya. So yusafiru, huh? It will be like this because it makes it 4 letters. So you see the root is sin, fa, and ra, but if you add alif, it becomes type 3 verb, which makes it 4 letters, so that it is with this dhamma, starts with the dhamma, which means is worked upon. Okay, is worked upon, yusafiru. Now Safara, this one, you see the alif is there. So this alif indicates that the travel that you are going to undertake is in association with another person, a driver, a pilot, or a guide. You need something. You cannot go there just by yourself, because if you take the train, bus, or plane, or you go to a jungle or somewhere, then you need a guide or a driver. So that's why it's with this alif, that it is done in association with another person. Right. Sabil means a way, seen, and ba is like a road or on barrun, on land, and lam is unit propagation. So it's like measured distance to go on certain road or something like that. That would be sabil. Sara would means moving anywhere. Okay, so many of these other term will have this sin ra, or sin and some other thing like ra. So safara means to travel, but sariun means to be fast. Huh? How? See, sin ra, for go somewhere a certain distance, and ain is alin, high, so very high movement that is going very fast. Huh? So it's so easy to understand. Saka means to drive, and so sin go somewhere, and another person is there, but the root is sin, wa, and qaf. So wa is something moving, right? And alif is movement has stopped, so it's like going for a certain time period. And with a qaf we know is movement with another thing. This would mean, so you drive a car or another second object, and the second object with which you are driving. So it looks like the steering wheel, you can see. So basically saka means to drive. So if you look at this sentence, sayusafiru Ahmad ila Misr bi safinatin, means Ahmed will go to Egypt by ship. Sayusafiru, this scene indicates a future, but yusafiru also means he is doing or he will do, right? But sayusafiru makes it definitive that it's in the future. So this scene looks like the flow of time, right? Flow, say sailun, we know that's like something like water. Time is something like water, that flows. And if it comes in the first, means is the future. If it was somewhere here, then it would mean past, something say like amsi. Alif mim, so amsi means yesterday. So alif is one, and mim is earth, and sin is time, right? One earth time, which is one day. Amsi is yesterday, and the sin was last one, so that's amsi would mean yesterday. But Safir would mean in the future. Ahmed will go. Notice here this Ahmadu is a diptote, and so is Misra. So Ahmadun would be a mistake because it's a diptote, right? And Ila Misra, not Misri, because Misr, Egypt, so it is also diptote. That's why it doesn't take a kasra. Bi safinatin, so this is a preposition. So this takes the uh, double kasra because it's the tanwin. Bi safinatin, right? With safina. Now notice one thing. Safara, we know this is to travel, and then look at this sa, fa, and noon. So here going somewhere for an object a long distance. So safinatin, safinatun means ship, which is used to go, say, a long distance, a very long journey, right? With a target in mind. All right. So many of the word you will notice you can learn. This is the beauty of the Arabic language, that you have a root, sin yara, for example, and from that you can have Sara, means to flow, Sara Yasri. Sara, um, Yusiru would mean to move on, like this. Huh? Then Sayaratun means a car. Sayaratun. See, this Sayaratun means a car, and then Masar means a lane. Mim, we know mim in the first place with the fatha would mean a place or time of something, right? So Masar is a lane. That makes sense. A lane is a place for going somewhere. And of course, this liquid meaning silun is there, right? Now, the sheen would mean something heavy because of three dots, something heavy. So, for example, shahana, yashanu means to ship something. So this is like going with the goods or heavy things, and ha is hamala, carry, noon is long distance. So to ship something means you carry hamala and goods, go somewhere, Sara. So see, it's so clear. Now, swad has a meaning of something coming out. I've seen it from this root sodara. So sobba means to pour. As you can see here, sin ba, this one sobba is written with the doubling of the ba, right? But actually there are two bas here, one ba and another ba, sobba. So actually what it means, swad is something coming out, ba, one bar like container to another container, right? So this is the meaning is very clear, that swad would means something like to come out. So if swad means something coming out, or similar concept is minus. Minus is nakis. Nakis means minus, and then plus izafatuna, which is dwad. So this single dot usually would mean the exact opposite. Exact opposite. So if swad means minus, dwad would means plus. So izafatun is plus. Adafa yuzifu means he added. This is the type 4 verbs from the root dwad, ya, and fa. And you see, adafa means he added, right? And yuzifu means he adds in the present tense, or fi'l mudari, and fi'l madi is adafa. Now, if you look at this mudaria, and you'll see yuzifu and nudifu, udifu and tudifu. This any Arabic learning people would know. Any of your students would know this, that yudifu means he adds, like nudifu means we add, and udifu means I add, and tudifu means you add. So see, the ta is somebody you can see in front of you, right? Because the eyes are up, the two eyes, and ya is for somebody you cannot see. For example, a third person. Actually, it should be a second person whom you cannot see. Okay, yudifu means he adds. And so if you understand this thing, the meaning of the single letters, actually this is from where I get this idea of this meaning of the single letters in Arabic. So you see, ya obviously would mean somebody you cannot see because the eyes are down, and then noon would means we, and alif with hamza would means I, and ta would means a second person, right? Because of two dots. So if you understand this, then it will be very easy to understand this one. Doifun means a guest. How? Doad is somebody who's added a third person or a person whom we cannot see and separate. The person is separate, huh? Is somebody that comes or is added. See, the meaning is very clear. And Mudif is the host. So Adafa means he added, right? And so see, from this one, it is the file, Mudif means who is adding the guest or the host, huh? The Mudif. Huh? So it's very easy. So this is the beauty of the Arabic language. You can learn so much vocabulary in such a short time. It's unbelievable, actually. Qaf means movement of two things together, and Qaf has one meaning, which is gravity, as I've seen, as I've shown you in many of my videos. That Qaf means gravity because it has the object shape. This object, for example, the Earth and the Moon, and then the two dots indicates it is an action between two objects. So in this case, the Earth and Moon. The Qamar. Meme is the Earth, and Qaf this one, the object shape is the Moon, a second object due to gravity and going in a circular orbit. So it's very, very clear. Now, the six letters which have the one-ended shape, alif, dal, ra, za, and wa, as I've said, these have one-ended meaning, means one end attached, one end free, because it does not attach to the next letter. For example, look at this, rijlun, which means a leg. So you can see the gym-like shape of the leg with this dot indicating something attached to below or the ground, and the lam is this part of the leg, and then the ra is indicating the fact that it is a ra-like shape, or one end is attached to the body, the other end is free, right? One free end, one attached end. So rijlun, and also notice the kasra indicates there is something below. So compared to this, say ra'sun, you see in ra'sun it is something above, and also the alif with the hamza indicates something above, and sin is the something to have control and also to have three-dimensional movement. So basically rijlun ra'sun, very clear, right? Even with this fatha and kasrat. So this is a ra-like structure on the top of the body. So similarly ziraun, here you also see the ra has a fatha, so it would mean something on the above, but za is used before ra. Ra is used for the end of the body. Za is for in the middle of the body. So ziraun means an arm. And you see rahala yarhalu means to set out, right? So to go somewhere here, as I told you, and rahala would means ra, to go somewhere, hamala, and you carry something, because you are going somewhere. Rihla is a journey or a travel that you undertake, but it's different from safara. Remember, here more than the target, you are carrying something, because you need some time to go there. Say you go on a vacation or something, right? A few days at least, a certain measure. So rahala yarhalu, and I told you that single dot would mean the exact opposite. You see here rahala and zahala means to withdraw. So rahala would mean to leave, to set out, to go somewhere, but to set out only the going part. But the withdrawing or go back in a backward direction is zahala. So just this one dot makes it the exact opposite in the direction. And you can see both of these together in this Zara and Yazuru, which means to visit, Zara. So see Zahala, and to maybe meet another person, Rahala. So see you Zahala, you come back after you see somebody, wow, and then you become inactive and you come back. So it's like a short stay there where both Rahala and Zahala is indicated. It's very interesting. If you really learn like this, you'll never forget the Arabic language, inshallah. The five letters that have this return shape, Jim, Ha, Ha, Ain, and Ghain, always will have a meaning of something returning. For example, Ada and Yaudu means to return. So Ada means, you can see the return. The return shape is because you see normally Arabic is written from right to left. Normally all the letters from Ra to other letters. But in these five letters it returns the opposite direction. So that is the reason why it is the return shape. Okay. So see here also the zim ha kha is written in opposite direction from right to left. And then you see these two words, ada and yaudu, raja and yarju, means to return. And raja is a little bit different. Ada means directly to return, just the return part, huh? Just the return, ada. And raja means you go somewhere, you, jim means you meet somebody, jama, and then you return, the ain, huh? So maybe you go somewhere, you go to a few different places, then you return, that would be raja. And ada was just return, directly. We can see this ein meaning, so return. You see the, so amun means a year, so here's the ein means return, one earth. So uh, one this is 1 year, definition of 1 year, that it returns to a place. Meme also means place, a place in 1 full year, huh? Return of the earth. And notice this earth direction is anti-clockwise, just as the ein is written. Now, if ein means to return, then rein, as I've told you, with the single dot would mean not return, right? So see, you can see this in radara, to depart, yugadiru. This is also the type 3 verb. It's done in association with another person. Radara means to depart. For example, Salatul Mugadira means the departure lounge in, say, in an airport. So airport departure the departure lounge would be said as Salatul Mugadira. So Gadara means not return and go in association with another person from Dar. Dar means from home, or a base. So you start and you go for a certain measure. So you see, it makes sense that you got to depart also, you depart with another person, which is a journey you take with another person. So it's very meaningful, every letter has meaning. You have to understand this. So even the single dot makes the opposite meaning, that you don't plan to return for some time, which is the definition of departing. Batasa, these three has this boat or the continual or the fixed shape. So you see something sabitun. Sabitun means something fixed. So sabata yasbutu means to be fixed. And you see in this one, all three has the fixed shape. It's interesting, isn't it? So yeah. So see ba also means without. So abada would means ba means without, but B means with. We know this B means with. So, for example, Bismillah, with the name of Allah. And B means with because the dot is below, with the kasra. But Ba, the fatha is without the dot, right? So it means without. So see, abadan means a person, alif means a person, and then without end. So we are surviving forever. And Ba here is meaning without. So in general, sabata means something fixed. Now, this fixed shape is present in 4 letters, ba, ta, sa, and fa. And ba would mean something which is fixed, like they say skin, the basharatun, or barun, which is land. And ta would mean a fixed interaction between two things, two people, say. So, for example, takaful means symbiosis, or ta'awun means cooperation, right? And this, so see, a fixed interaction. And sa would mean something heavy or a result. So salasatun means 3, for example, 3 dot, 3. And then a fruit in the sense of a result, samaratun, a fruit of something. And a fixed, for after a fixed time or a fixed coordinate. And fa means a fixed target at a distance. This fixed thing you can see in the word for plant, nabatun. Nabatun means a plant. So nun means nagbun, a hole which comes through barrun, the land, and something emerges, this alif, and ta is for a fixed time, and for waqt, right, for a fixed time. And also how you notice how it matches that nabat, the plant, is defined as something that comes out through a hole in the land, and it starts with a ta, or 2 leaves. And ta also, one meaning is oxygen, which I'm not going to discuss here right now, but is to fix oxygen. That's one of the function of the plants. All right, so basharatun, you see, means skin, and basharun means human. How? You see, ba already I've told you means without, and sha'run, right? Sha'run means hair. So human is defined as somebody who doesn't have much hair in their skin, the only mammal to really not have only mammal which are close to us, say, cow or cat or any animal like this has a lot of hair, right? The fur in the body, which we don't have, the basharun. So that's the definition of a human, biological definition. And sha'run means here, you can see sha'run, sha'a means to spread, and ain ala, and ra is ra'sun. So this you can read as a abbreviation, right? Yeah. So four letters have this object shape: fa, kof, mim, and waw. These four as the object, and these are used in different ways. And if you will see that this maf'ul or object, which is an object, is maf'ul, means an object. It means an object. You can see in this word, this mim, fa, and wow has the object shape 3, and then this one has also object shape, right? The sukun has object shape. So it's basically object shape is present almost everywhere. And one of the meaning of the object shape is this tube shape. The tube shape is shown in cross section, something tube-like, such as a gut, intestine, or a tunnel, something like that. For example, say nafakun, which means a tunnel. You can see the noon is a hole, nakbun, and fa and kof has the tunnel shape. So fa is opening and kof is both ways. So a tunnel is basically defined as a hole which is open on both sides. Very interesting definition, isn't it? A tunnel. And well, not only tunnel, you see this two things. For example, famun, fa has the tube shape and the object, and then meme also is there. So famun, you see, fa means mouth, and then meme is the rest of the alimentary canal, which goes down like exactly like this. And then dam means blood, damun. You can see one meaning of da is inside, uh, and yeah, meme is the tube. So blood is inside tube and is connected to the heart. The dal is one meaning is the heart or and inside. Okay, three letters kaf, mim, ya has this very unusual tail, and they are associated with place and daily. Meme is associated with place. Everybody knows this. Every Arabic students should be knowing this. For example, if you say maktab, then it means a desk. So maktab is from the root kataba, or to write. So meme in as the first letter would mean a place for writing. A place for writing. It can also mean an office. And you'll notice that desks are usually square shape because of the kaf. See, kaf, one meaning of the kaf is this 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. And you'll notice that tables and the offices are, or say kitab, a book, these are all like shaped with the 90-degree angle, a rectangle or a square. So the rectangle shape of the table, you can see this, maktab, which makes sense because of this kaf. And interestingly, it's plural makatibu. Desks is a diptote. You will notice this diptote. This is writing here makatibun would be incorrect because it's just a diptote. All right. So 90-degree angle meaning of the letter kaf is very, very important. It's fascinating to me how this 90-degree angle is applied in so many words related to the kaf. You can see that say cube. Cube in Arabic is ka'batun, ka'batun, or the Kaaba basically, right? The Kaaba, and here the kaf one meaning is grows bigger, right? If it is the initial letter, and if it's the last letter, it grows smaller. I've shown you this in other videos also. And then grip all means all together, and for a fixed length in 3 dimensions, because by in the third place would mean the third 3 dimensions, third place. So Ka'batun basically means Kaaba or a cube, right? And you can see this word in this word Makkah, Makkatu, Makkatu, Makkatun would be incorrect. Notice this, it is a diptote. Remember, Makkatu is the correct one. So you see, in this one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is defining how wonderfully, the place known, we all revere, Makkah, because see, mim, place, and kaf is indicating the cube, Ka'batun, and bound, bound with this for a particular time period. And you see the Makkah to that's how it is defined. So in Arabic, as I've said, everything the definition is built in. There is no place on planet Earth which is really associated like this with a cube-like structure and well-known place. So it is very easy to see that Makkah would mean the Mecca. Now, this 90-degree angle, you see, it's like a perspective drawing because you see it's a calf. You see the small calf inside the bigger calf, inside the bigger calf. So this means when you see something, say Hazal Baitu, or say Zalikal Baitu, this house and that house. So that when you're saying that, see the calf, the small calf is there. You can see this, which you cannot see here in the Haza. So you see that Zalikal Baitu means that house because it's at a distance. So here the small calf is shown inside the bigger calf. You see this? So this is where you get the idea of a similarity also. So calf also has a meaning of something similar. So you see, but see on the other hand, za has a meaning of masculine, zakar, and ta has a meaning of feminine. So tilka sayaratu, tilka, but kaf is there. In every one of this, the kaf is there if it is at a distance. Zaka is something like intermediate distance. Same with taka, and hazihi means this car. Hazihi sayaratu. So this is feminine. See, it's feminine with the ta marbuta, and hazihi, right? Here you see haza. Za is masculine, zakar, but because in the feminine it's not masculine, so that's why there is a kasra. So this means this is indicating this is not a masculine and hazihi. This ha means a pronoun, which I will come very shortly. So you'll notice this at a distance meaning in many Arabic words. Zalika, tilka, hunaka, ulaika, mulkun, then taraka. Taraka yakturu means to leave. So interaction, you go a place at a distance, at a distance from you. So because at a distance from you, you think things becoming smaller. And if you go to a very large distance, then thing becomes like a dot. That's why noon would be used, such as a najmun, a star. Okay. All right. So that's one of the meaning of the letter kaf. Now, some of the letters have a male meaning. Some of the letters have a feminine meaning. For example, alif, za, da, mim, and waw. These have a predominantly male meaning. And then ta, jim, ha, nun, and ta marbuta. These will have a feminine meaning. If you learn this, so many words will become very easy for you to understand. For example, say min means from. Now, how does it mean from? So see here, mim, according to these letters, right? Mim means a male and nun means a female. And you can see that the genetic information goes from male to female. You see this? And then you see in line with this meaning, minan means a sperm. Right, so very, very similar, and then you can. This is how Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has created this language. It's so easy to understand, actually. Now you see the genetic information comes from male to female. This is why in Arabic and basically in the Muslim world, the identity is from the men, from the father, because from the father the genetic information is going to the mother. It's not the other way around. So it's make perfect sense that we should be named after our fathers, right? Okay, Tuazwa has a meaning of correct, as I say, correct or straight, correct and straight, and Zwa would means not correct, not straight. For example, see this word mishtun means a comb, and mim means a tool. Mim with fatha would mean a place, right? Or mim with a kasra means a tool, right? And shin one of the meaning is sha'run or hair, and twa is to correct. So you can see it's so easy. A tool, hair, correct. You can just read it. You can see the meaning of these single letters. And it's so easy, so easy. It's astonishingly easy actually to learn. Okay, nazara yanzuru means to look or to focus. So how? See, noon, a dot, and zwa is the not straight, and then Ra is here the lens or Ra like lens. Huh? So you see, it's actually lens of the eye, or the Ra means to see, huh? By the lens of the eye. So you see, Nazara means to look or to focus, because when you focus, the light is bent, right? Which is shown by the Zwa, Nazara, huh? Not straight. But if it is straighting, then it will Twa would be there, right? You see, Nazufa and Yanzufu means to be clean, and Nazafa means to clean. Nazafa. So Tanzif means cleaning, right? Munazif means a cleaner, right? And then you see here Nun, Zwa, and Fa. So how does it make it? So see, Nun means many dots, and then or the dart, and Zwa means incorrect, and Fa is separate. So you separate the incorrect things, which is called cleaning, right? Nazafa. But notice this is a type 2 verb, means the second root letter is doubled. Now, why this is the case? Because you see, cleaning is such thing you have to do repeatedly. Say you wash your clothes. Huh? Repeatedly means after some time interval you have to repeat the same cloth. You have to wash again. That's what is meant here. So this shadda on the second root letter would means repetition of the action. Right, repeating. So, Arabic, the beauty of Arabic is truly astonishing. You cannot imagine until you really start learning this language. Now, ha means difficulty, pain, something difficult to see. Huh? So you will notice the ha is present at the top of the letter pyramid, which is haramun. See, haramun makes sense, ha at the top, right, with this. And not see. This haramun means pyramid, so not see because it is destroyed, halaka or gone, right? Hadama, and then see Ra'a, and Mim is placed. So you see, it's describing the pyramid as something like an old relic. In many of this word, you will notice that the destruction idea is there. For example, halaka, hadama, hashama, hawa, hajama. All of this has some meaning of destruction and smashing, collapsing, attacking, things like this. So these here I also show you the six different words that you should learn for each of the root letters. For example, halaka, to destroy. Halaka, yahliku, ihlik means a command tense. Then halkun, halikun, and mahlukun is the three ism, and this is the three fail. So you should learn these forms, and then I have described how each of these letters can be explained here. If you have time, please take a look at this. And then similarly, you see many other words: jahada, to struggle, to finish up, to migrate, to escape. And the ha is on the second root letter. See, and then if the ha is on the first root letter, that would mean more serious thing, destroying, demolishing things. But ha on the second root letter means not so dangerous, but still you're just struggling, finishing off, and migrating like this with difficulties, but less than when the ha is the first root letter. Ha, another meaning is pronoun, something you cannot see. For example, Ramirun munfasilun means a detached pronoun. You see, haza, hazihi, huwa, hiya, huma, hunna. All these are pronouns, right? Haulai, hunaka, and huna. Huna means here, and hunaka means there. So it's so easy. So if you learn like this, you will never forget, inshallah, the meaning. And each of these can be explained. You see, whom means they, but it's masculine because ha is the pronoun, and me means the men. And then hunna, noon is feminine. We already know this, right? So like this, you can easily figure out the meaning if you just spend a little bit of time. Now, how the information is presented in this divine Arabic language. Actually, this is why I call it divine, because it's so easy. Not only that, it's very elegant, and it's very elegant, but very simple, and it's astonishing and unique. No human language can ever come even close to this. You notice, okay, I show you how information is presented in this language compared to say other language, say in this case English. If we say huwa muallim, the translation will be written he is a teacher, which is okay. But see here, you notice something. First of all, is and a is not there. It's already incorporated. It's very compact language. You see, Huwa muallim. He is a teacher. So here is not mentioned, right? It's not mentioned, not necessary, because it is understood from the context that there is an is in between. And muallim already carries the gender, he, because of the omission of the ta marbuta. If it is feminine, say hiya muallimatun, she is a teacher, and then you can see that the ta marbuta is there. That's why it is the feminine. But here, notice wow, I've shown you before that wow is masculine. Now here is feminine, is because ha is pronoun, and you know this is a third person and has two dots, so it has another meaning of a feminine. Now Arabic has three number. In English and many other languages you have singular and plural, but in Arabic it has three: singular, dual, and plural. So if you want to say they are teachers, you can say huma muallimani. This would mean they are teachers, but they too, and this is male because of the meme, huh? And then huma muallimatani. If there's ta, then it would mean dual, but it's this day would mean this is female. So see, this beauty is not possible in English or any other language, that this day and this day is not the same. So see, the hum muallimuna means they are teachers, but huma muallimani also means they are teachers, but this day means two, this means three, and this is male because of the wa. Wow is primarily male meaning. Then hunna muallimatun. This means they are teachers, but the noon we know is feminine, and at means many, right? It's a plural sense, and ani would mean dual. Ani, one, and noon, alif noon, would mean dual. So it's an astonishing language how the information is presented in this language. This is one reason why I call it divine, because no other language can actually come close to this. Once you see this beauty, you'll never forget, and you will notice it's so easy to learn if you just pay attention to the single letters meaning. Now, I would like to conclude this video with saying to you about this astonishing discovery of mine that Arabic language actually has three different layers of meaning inside it. For example, if you see at these two words, ausrun and yusrun, ausrun means difficulty and yusrun means ease, and Ain Sinra and Ya Sinra. So we already know Sara would means to go somewhere, right? And Ain means Alin means high, to go high up, is difficult, higher in level. And Sin in the middle or the second root letter has the meaning of the level. You can see my first video for this. And Ya, see the dot is below, two dots below. So this would mean going down. Something going down is easier, right? And going up is difficult, up in level or down in level like this, So you see this this Arabic language has three layers, as I said. The first layer is known as rasam, and this is where I get the idea that it's a drawing. So see, this rasam is like this without any dots and the tashkil. The tashkil is the fatha, kasra, dhamma, these things, and the dots are called ijam. This is the second layer. So you have this rasam, which is the basic or core meaning, and then ijam adds secondary meaning to it, and then tashkil carries the basically grammar and the syntax. So you can see that there is a core meaning. So say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim if you take a look at this thing. So here the blue is showing the core meaning based on shape, and rasam of course actually mean drawing, and then there is ijam, which means the number, means the dots, right? The secondary meaning and orientation. Many other things are in the ijam, and tashkil is the tertiary meaning, which is related to grammar, syntax, and orientation. Now, the modern standard Arabic, as it is written with the ijam, without the tashkil, which is, not really good for the non-native speaker like us who are trying to learn. This is why the tashkil is very good, and actually tashkil is written, for example, in writing the Quran or writing very important documents, the tashkil is used, where it might be mistaken, especially the meaning. So as far as I'm concerned, we should use all three layers for the meaning. So remember, there is a core meaning, the rasam, which is the drawing, and everything in the universe is drawn according to the shape of these letters. And then you have the ijam, or this dot system, and then on top of that you have the tashkil, which is mainly related to grammar and syntax. If you can understand these three, and then the letter of pyramid, you will understand, inshallah, everything about the Arabic language if you spend some time. Please take a look at all the other videos that I have. This video is actually a summary of all my earlier 16 videos. That's why it's a little bit longer in time period. If you want more information, I have a few books available from Google Books. You can buy them from the Google store. And the book, one of my book is very long. The Astonishing Language of the Creator is uh, more than 300 pages. And then, but you learn tremendously, and you will really appreciate what I mean by the divine language, and why I'm saying is that this is the divine language. Okay, so inshallah, I'll be making more videos. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave a like, and make a comment and share. So I'll be making more videos like this in the future, inshallah. Until then, Allah Hafiz.